'Tis the season to be reading. La 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 la. Hello friends, I'm Serenity Dawn and welcome to this story. Today I am bringing you my Tistheseasonathon TBR. This is the second year that this readathon is taking place and the second year that I am doing it. It was created by Heather at Bookables and it is also co-hosted by her and Trina from Between Chapters, Kristen from Super Space Chick, Chelsea Doling Reads, as well as a Court of Crowns and Quills. So I will link their information down below as well as the Twitter account because there will be reading sprints and information updates during the week. And this readathon is a one-week readathon that takes place December 2nd through the 8th. So I know I'm getting this TBR a little bit late, but better late than never, right? This is a super laid-back readathon, so I'm just going to share the books that I'll be reading with you, and if I don't get through them all, then that's okay too. The first challenge is to read a book with snow on the cover, and for that I have chosen to read Hunted by Megan Spooner. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I have never read a book that is written solely by Megan Spooner. I have only read her co-authored novels with Amy Kaufman, who I absolutely adore. The novels that they've written together, I think that they are just brilliant, and I've really enjoyed them, so I'm curious and very intrigued to get into this one that is written solely by her. And in case you can't see it, here is the snow that is all over the cover. See that? It's falling. Snow is falling. Alright. The next challenge is to read a holiday themed book, and for that one I've chosen to read the book that was a buddy read last year, and I wanted to read it so bad but I couldn't get my hands on it. It's okay, it worked out because I was able to get a signed copy this year when I met Casey West this past March, and so I will be reading Snow and Love, which is a 4-story holiday collection. The third challenge is to read a book that you received as a gift. Now, I thought about this one and I've received several books as gifts this year that I still have yet to read, but I decided that I wanted to read a book that I received towards the beginning of the year, and that is Crown of Feathers by Nikki Palparetto. And this book is about two sisters, one of which is betrayed by the other, and one of them is trying to become a phoenix rider, and it is just, oh, I'm super excited. I really am kind of surprised I haven't gotten to this one already. So, I love phoenixes. I like that this one has the sister dynamic as well as kind of a potential mysterious identity and so on and so forth. This is a terrible explanation, I'm sorry. But anyway, I haven't read it yet, so once I read it, I can tell you more about it. The fourth challenge is to read a book while enjoying a holiday treat. Now, I'm thinking about making a holiday treat, I only make it at Christmas, called Muddy Buddies or Nutty Buddies, it depends on who you ask. And basically it's Chex Mix, peanut butter, chocolate, and powdered sugar. But anyway, they're a big hit in my family, so I will probably be making some of those, and I think we're going to be reading The Bullet Journal Method by Ryder Carroll because I need to be more organized in 2020, and I like the bullet journal concept, and what I have done in the past has been great, but I need to be more diligent and to really just kind of be more concise and make it work for me and not just get bogged down by all the pretty things, because I do like aesthetic, but I need to focus on actually being organized more. So I'm going to be reading this, I do believe. For this readathon or not, I'll be reading this in the next week or two. The fifth prompt is to read a book that is related to music. Now, it can be title, it can be a book that's about music. It's very much up to your interpretation. For the fifth prompt, I will be reading a book called Merry and Bright, which reminds me of the classic White Christmas song by Irving Berlin. And Merry and Bright is written by Debbie Macomber, and last year I read Call Me Mrs. Miracle by her for this readathon, and I loved it. It was just so sweet and cozy and just heartwarming. It was just a beautiful book. So I'm really looking forward to reading another Christmas story by Miss Macomber. I don't really know a whole lot about it other than when I heard about it, it sounded like an intriguing read, and I put it on my to read during the Christmas season list. So obviously I'm going in blind. And finally, there is a buddy read, and that is to read the group book by Ashley Elston, and that is 10 Blind Dates. Basically, it's about a girl whose family is going to Louisiana, I believe, to spend Christmas with the rest of their extended family, and she's like, yes, I'm gonna spend some quality time with my boyfriend, and we're gonna make out and just, you know, reconnect and all that. And he is like, no, I want some space. And basically they break up. So then she decides to head on down to be with the rest of her family, and her grandmother gets the idea that her and the rest of her aunts and uncles and whatnot will be setting her up on these blind dates over the course of the next 10 days. If that doesn't sound like a recipe for hilarity and disaster, I don't know what does. So, yeah, I will hopefully be reading that. I've got that on order for my library, and that just sounds like a lot of fun. So these are the books that I could be reading for the Tistheseasonathon. Of course, a couple of these could cover all of my bases, but if I get really ambitious and I really make it through it, then this is what I'll be reading. If you are participating in this readathon, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will be glad to go check out your video. If you're not participating or haven't done a TBR for this readathon, let me know in the comments down below which of the books that I am planning on reading sounds the most intriguing to you, or that you have read, if you have read any of these on my TBR. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, because we all like a little bit of affirmation. And if you're new here and haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so that you'll be notified when I post new videos. As always, I hope that you have a wonderful and blessed day, and don't forget to enjoy the journey that is your story. I'll see you soon, friends. Bye.